Hello, my name is Gadi Zohar. I'm a Palo Alto Trusts and Estates attorney, offering estate planning, California Trust Administration, beneficiary representation, and probate. Today I'm going to talk about why you might need a living trust. In California, one reason that many people want to have a living trust is that they want to avoid the probate process. The probate process is a public process in the court system where if somebody dies with just a will or somebody dies with no estate plan at all, their property goes through the court system in order to settle out who gets what at the end. It's a public process, it's costly, and many people want to avoid it. I'll give you an example. Let's say you have a house and the house is worth $1 million. And let's say you have an $800,000 mortgage on the house. Under probate, if that was your entire estate, the attorney would be entitled to roughly $23,000 in probate fees. And it doesn't matter if there's $800,000 on the mortgage or no mortgage at all. The attorney gets $23,000 in probate fees by law either way. By contrast, if that house is passed through a trust, the attorney gets paid by the hour, and usually that'll be a lot less than $23,000. Also, if you have a house, if you have real property, the real property has to go through the probate process for being sold. That means a judge has to approve the terms of the sale, and there's an open bidding process in court where people can bid back and forth on the amount of the house, whereas with a trust, that property would essentially be a private sale like any other sale of real property. So if you own real property, there's no question that a trust is advantageous over leaving just a will or no estate plan at all. Also in California, if you have more than $150,000 worth of property, whether it's real property or personal property such as stocks, bonds, cash, art, that jewelry, all of that property, if that combined is worth more than $150,000, again it has to go through the probate process. And let's say it's worth $200,000. Again, with the statutory fees I was mentioning before, the attorney would get paid $7,000 for that work, which again would likely be much more expensive than a California trust administration. So avoiding probate is a big reason that people in California want to have a living trust. Another reason is if people have children. If you have children, there are a couple of reasons you want a living trust. It's not for the nomination of guardian. Usually the guardian of the children, if you have young children and are concerned of who might take care of them if you're not around, usually the guardian will be named in a will or a separate document. But if you don't leave a living trust, the property that you leave for your children, including life insurance proceeds, will most likely all go to them at age 18 and maximum at age 25. But in most cases, if you don't leave any instructions at all, the children will get all of that property at age 18, and most people are not comfortable with an 18-year-old having hundreds of thousands or even $1 million or more to do whatever they want with. So that's another reason to have a living trust, because the living trust can stretch out the period to age 25, 30, 35, 40, whatever you think is right for your children. A third reason that you would want a living trust in California is to avoid something called a conservatorship. A conservatorship is, again, a public process in the courts whereby if you lose capacity, if, say, you get in an accident and you're not able to make decisions for yourself, or just due to older age you're not able to take care of yourself on your own, if you don't have a living trust in place for that kind of situation, then the court system steps in and you have a conservator who has to take control of your property, takes control of your medical decisions in some cases, and that's, again, a public process. So now you have someone standing in open court talking about your care, your private life, right there in open court, and most people are not comfortable with that. So trust can help avoid the need for a conservatorship, because it can give instructions for someone to step into your shoes in the case you lose incapacity. in case you lose capacity. So that's a quick reason of why people in California would want a living trust. This is Gady Zohar, Palo Alto Trusts and Estates Attorney. For more information, go to my website, www.gadyzohar.com.